he's immediately going to be stronger. On bench press, squat, deadlift, immediately going to be stronger the next day without putting on any muscle. How can this be? Why? Because the testosterone's in the bloodstream. As long as the testosterone is in the bloodstream, and obviously it'll show up on a testosterone test, if it's in the bloodstream, it's able to bind the central nervous system, bind the spinal cord, and basically let you, if you're a male or female, have more muscular output. You're able to contract your muscles harder, more efficiently, with more power. And what does that mean? A stronger electrical signal coming from your brain, which has androgen receptor sites we just talked about, and also from your spinal cord and your nervous system. What's going to happen? A stronger electrical impulse means your muscles contract harder. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Seth Spartan here, coming at you with another video, guys. So today we're going to be talking about testosterone and strength gains, the truth in bodybuilding, which is what? Stay tuned. Let's get into this. All right, guys, so what is the truth of the matter regarding testosterone and strength gains for bodybuilding, or I guess any specific sport if you want to take a look at it? So, guys, this is the blunt, honest truth in regards to testosterone and strength gains, massive strength gains. Testosterone, dosed dependently, directly, the more testosterone you take, aka the more testosterone you have in your bloodstream, the stronger you're going to be, okay? So in terms of testosterone and strength gains, yes, testosterone yields insane gains in strength, okay? Bench press, squat, deadlift. And even if we're talking about people that are doing sports, guys, we are talking a huge boost. You know, if you're doing sports that are explosive, sprinting, other things, obviously then there would be a negative in sports, not in terms of strength, you know, translating to speed, but obviously if you take too much testosterone, think about a sprinter, there's going to be a point where they're just going to put on too much muscle, and that's going to start slowing them down. But if we are talking, guys, testosterone and strength gains, you know, bodybuilding, powerlifting, weightlifting in general, huge, massive strength gains from testosterone. Again, dose dependent, like I talked about. So guys, this is the point of the video, and this is what I want to drive home with you guys. Most of you guys know this stuff already, but what I want to teach you guys or show you guys, and I'm sure probably there's some veterans that are going to not only know what I'm saying, but hopefully confirm in the comments, but this is the truth of the matter. Testosterone, beautiful testosterone, the male hormone, right? Also known as the male hormone. Testosterone has binding sites all over the entire body, all right? And it's important, I got to cover this and talk about this and make sure you guys understand this because of what I'm going to talk about next. So, testosterone has binding sites, or sites it can bind to all over the human body. We call these androgen receptor sites. So, take me for example. You can see me, right? So, I have androgen receptor sites obviously in my muscles, right? Obviously in my muscles, biceps, triceps, whatever. Have androgen receptor sites all in my muscles, my skeletal muscle. I also have them in my skin, okay? Also have them in my skin, and that's just one reason why people with, you know, in terms of just dose dependent with testosterone or other anabolics, you know, it can make your skin more oily. It can cause hair growth, can cause acne, things like that. So skeletal muscle, we have androgen receptor sites, obviously. The skin, androgen receptor sites. Your heart is full of androgen receptor sites, which is, the heart is a cardiac muscle. It's still a muscle though, full of androgen receptor sites. And this is what, if you watched my last video, Pro Bodybuilder Stupidity, where I talk about heart issues, this is why taking anabolics or high dose of testosterone also causes heart wall thickening and heart dysfunction, depending on how much taken for how long. Not going to dive into that again. So you have it in your muscles, androgen receptors in your muscles, in your skin, on your heart, even on your smooth muscles. Think your digestive tract. Also in the brain, there's androgen receptor sites on the brain, in different regions. And this can affect thought processing and mood, confidence. But guess what? Guess where you also have androgen receptor sites? Sure, there's going to be some people that know the answer to this, but I'm sure not all of you. There's also plenty of androgen receptor sites where? All along your nervous system. Think spinal cord, think your nerves, okay, nerve bundles, when your nerves at specific spots. So there are tons of androgen receptor sites also all along your nervous system, spinal cord, and everywhere else. Now this was important to talk about. Why? Because I'm going to hit the nail home. That's a new one. I'm going to nail in this point using this for you guys. All right. So all along the spinal cord and in the nervous system, we have androgen receptor sites. This is where these crazy, over the top strength gains come from with testosterone, apart from the muscle gain. Okay. So, because obviously a bigger muscle is stronger. Okay. Period. Okay. You know, people would argue, well, what about sarcoplasmic hypertrophy? It is impossible to completely and only train for sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Remember, we have myofibril hypertrophy, we have sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Maybe I'll have to do another video on that for those of you that haven't been following me long enough. But basically, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is hypertrophy where the area around the muscle cell, the area around the muscle cell and the nucleus gets bigger. Think a car with a bigger gas tank. That's one type of muscle hypertrophy, is sarcoplasmic. And then you have myofibular hypertrophy, where the actual size of the cell and the nucleus gets bigger, which means that you're stronger. Okay, think more powerlifting, you know, very fast. Okay, so if you were able to do only sarcoplasmic, if you're able to do only myofibular, then you could get stronger without getting bigger. Okay, but the bottom line is that with training in the real world, it's impossible to completely isolate either or. Okay, but let's not make this video too long. Here's the bottom line, guys. Muscle growth and muscle gains aside, okay? Testosterone, and that's a huge component with testosterone use. More testosterone, the more strength gains. Yes, you're gonna have a bigger, stronger muscle, regardless what type of training you're doing. But muscle growth and muscle gains aside, guys, testosterone elicits massive strength gains, again, dose dependent. Why? Because of its direct effect on the central nervous system. Think spine and outwards, okay? Think spine and all the nerves and nerve fibers that go outward. Summarized is basically testosterone will bind androgen receptor sites all along the central nervous system to do what? Not only the brain, but the whole nervous system, the spinal cord, and everything else to do what? Be able to give you more strength output. So without touching about muscle growth, like I've been saying, you can have huge strength gains from testosterone. Put this into perspective. If you take somebody off the street and who's never worked out, you give them whatever large amount of testosterone. I'm not condoning this usage. In fact, I say the opposite in my videos, but as an example, if you take somebody off the street and you give them 500 milligrams of testosterone a week, right? Guess what? Before he puts on any muscle from that, which will be gradual, even without training, right? Take somebody off the street, you give them 500 milligrams of testosterone per week, front-loaded even. Oh man, that would hit hard. Guess what's gonna happen to that person? He's gonna be immediately stronger. We're talking about, you know, as soon as his testosterone goes from whatever he's at in America, most men have bad testosterone levels now. You think we'll just take somebody off the street, he's maybe 25, 30, he's got 600 nanograms per deciliter total testosterone. Guess what? Take the guy off the street, give him, you know, 500 milligrams a week, give him all the 500 at once. You test him the next day, he's probably going to be at 2,000 to 3,000. He's immediately going to be stronger on bench press, squat, deadlift. Immediately going to be stronger the next day without putting on any muscle. How can this be? Why? Because the testosterone's in the bloodstream. As long as the testosterone is in the bloodstream, and obviously it'll show up on a testosterone test, if it's in the bloodstream, it's able to bind the central nervous system, bind the spinal cord, and basically let you, if you're a male or female, have more muscular output. You're able to contract your muscles harder, more efficiently, with more power. And what does that mean? A stronger electrical signal coming from your brain, which has androgen receptor sites we just talked about, and also from your spinal cord and your nervous system. What's going to happen? A stronger electrical impulse means your muscles contract harder. Guys, Seth Spartan, stay safe, stay healthy, do everything safe, legally through your doctor, under supervision. That's pretty much it. Stay tuned, more videos coming soon, and we are out of here. Boom.